Gul'dan versus Rastakhan. You stand before King Rastakhan. Your soul.
What is going on, guys? This is day one of the expansion, and I got really excited about some Handlock. It's kind of similar to the Control deck I talked about in the vlog, but this comes from Vicious Syndicate. I heard them on their podcast this morning, got really excited about it. So we're gonna go through some games. There's 3 games here. The first is against a spell damage shaman. The second is against a quest Malygos Druid minus the quest. No quest, just Malygos Druid. And the last game is against a Murloc Paladin. And when we get to the Murloc Paladin, I gotta explain something. But let's get into it. So I play Spirit Jailer first. And he shuffles 2 Soul Fragments in my deck. Not quite sure why my deck tracker is not working here. I hope that fixes as we go through, but if it doesn't, I apologize. And his first turn is interesting, if I remember correctly. Well, his first turn he plays cards. So he Lightning Blooms to gain 2 mana crystals, and then plays Squall Hunter. And that is scary, but he'll have no mana next turn, so I'm just like, do I coin out the Dark Skies? Because it is scary, so, but I don't. I'm going to tap, because I'm counting right now. I count it real quick, and if I just take 5 to the face, which is fine, I need to be damaged anyways, and then trade into it, I can just Dark Skies. So one thing with this deck, and I'm going to actually make a deck profile about this, one thing with this deck is you need to be kind of comfortable with playing with low health. And I've been playing this like a control deck. This is much more of a mid-rangey deck, and I have to get used to that. But we Dark Skies the Squall Chaser, and he plays Arcane Watcher. That card cannot attack unless there's a minion with spell damage. He also plays Surging Tempest, which has +1 attack when you're overloaded. He has no spell damage minion right now, so we're going to tap first, always tap first. That's something I really need to get used to. And we're just going to shuffle more Soul Fragments into our deck. It's never a bad thing. I don't know what I thought I was going to say I was going to do right there. Oh, I think it was coin the Brittle Bone. But he's going to play the Portal that summons a random 3 cost and Voracious Reader, which I need to get rid of because if he keeps refilling hand, that's not good for me. So I'm trying to think how I want to do it. There's a few plays here. I'm sorry that breathe in was very close to them. Like, one is Moarg Artificer, School Spirits, which clears most of it except for Arcane Watcher. Another option is to play the 3/4 and kill one of them, but we're going to start out with Tour Guide, which allows your next hero power to be cost 0. Then we're going to play, maybe not the Moarg, we're going to play School Spirits. I think I'm playing through it right now. It's been a wild day, so I'm a little out of it. I apologize. We're going to kill the Voracious Leader with our 3/4, deal 3 if we have a fragment in our deck. And I'm thinking about coining, but I don't believe I do. There's a lot to think about here, because I want to be able to play things without feeling like I'm going to get overwhelmed by spell damage. So I'm going to coin out and heal also, which is probably a good thing to do. So I'm not really concerned about the Arcane Watcher if it can't attack. Obviously, if he just drops a spell damage or rolls spell damage totem, then that's an issue. So he's going to roll, and he gets the taunt, which is fine. He's going to deal 3 in my face again, and get a 4/3. I'm going to heal for 2, which is great, because that immediately lets me play Brittle Bone Destroyer. And we can destroy his 5/6 finally. But we decide not to for a second. What are we going to do here then? Definitely, we play the 3 mana 8/8, which is actually 8 mana 8/8 Flesh Giant. Costs 1 less for each time your health changed during your turn. It's really powerful in this deck. And I trade the 3/4 into the Taunt Totem and then destroy the other, his 4/3 with my 3/4. Right now I'm not concerned about Arcane Watcher. If he rolls a spell damage totem, which didn't, again, I'll deal with it. But I think it's a bit of a trap to play into destroying that. And 8/8s are just good. If you can get an 8/8 out, the sooner the better. He's going to play his Surging Tempest again and end his turn, which is good for me. That was not a very impactful turn. We will tap, and we have a Brittlebone Destroyer to play, so we'll finally destroy that 5/6 before it gets a chance to attack. Trade into the 2/3. I know that Shaman can do stuff with totems. I just want to get rid of all the totems, which is why I traded into that, and we'll go face for 9. This deck can make... You kind of got to watch out for this one, because it can make some seriously strong minions pretty quickly. And he plays Raz Frost Whisper, Ross, which is going to deal 1 damage to all of my minions now 2 because he rolled a spell damage totem. And he's kind of thinking about where to put that Molten Blast, and he's going to put it on the 3/4. He's going to clear a lot of my board. Not clear, I still have a 3/1 and an 8/6, which is great. We're going to tap again, I believe, to activate the other Brittlebone. Or I think I see a different... No. Okay, so we're actually going to trade into the Ross. Then we're going to play Moarg and play School Spirits to destroy the whole board. And then we're going to hit him in the face again for 8. That is always good. It's never bad to hit someone in the face for 8. I tap there, seeing what we're going to get. He is going to Lightning Bolt it and kill it. That's not going face, so that's very good for me. He's going to Totem again. He gets the O2 Taunt. And then he gets another Voracious Reader, which I don't love, because that means he gets to draw cards. But I get a heal for 2, get some Dark Skies going. And I think we're just going to Dark Skies for free, and then play Void Drinker. Because we have a Soul Fragment in our deck, we get to make it a 7/8, which is awesome. He's going to play another Squall Hunter. Then he's going to play Diligent Note Taker and hit me in the face for 7. So this is where a really pivotal thing that I'm trying to think about comes in. So maybe not this turn. So I draw for if I draw 4, my hand size goes to 12. And I don't know why that was my initial play. Maybe it was because I knew I could kill the Squall Hunter when I was trying to draw Soul Fragments. I do not think that was the play. I think I should have sat for a second. But it kind of worked out because I got to play the Spirit Jailer, trade into the Squall Hunter, and in my turn I'm going to play Tour Guide. So what I'm thinking here really is I'm dead to Lightning Bolt Lava Burst, and I definitely played the Fell Gorge way too quickly. But I'm thinking I'm dead to Lava Burst and Lightning Bolt. So if I tap and I heal, it doesn't matter. But if I can tap into a bit of a chain, then that's good. I don't think that that is the right play to do. It's a pretty play into your outs, which you always should do. But I'm kind of hoping that I'm not dead. So we'll see what happens here. So he's going to roll Totem again, and if he rolls, I guess we can say rolled now, if he rolled Spell Damage Totem, it would have dealt 6 to my face and I would have lost. And I did not think about that when I was thinking through, I can heal for maybe 4. And he emotes his oops, ends his turn. I get a 0 mana Giant this turn. I'm still kind of scared because I'm at 6 right now, but I think I have the advantage, which is good. And I think he said emoted oops because he was supposed to play the 1/2 first and then play his Lava Burst so he could get the +2 attack. We're going to play... I think we're kind of thinking through our plays right now. I think we're seeing if I have lethal. I don't, because I do have 2 Crazed Netherwings in my hand, and those can deal a total of 6. I was trying to count some mana. I was seeing if I can go for 6 to the face, then we're great. But we can't do that, unfortunately. So we're going to clear his board. Shamans are scary when they have boards. We're going to play a 0 mana 8/8, which is never a bad thing. We'll play Abyssal Summoner, which will summon a 6/6. We should have done that in the other order so we could summon the 7/7 instead. And I squelch him because I'm a little scared, like, okay, what if he just, like, gets this card? But, like, what if he is as lethal? But he doesn't. He gets the spell damage, taunt minion, and concedes. So that's going to be game 1. You have to get really comfortable with this deck playing with low life total.
Gul'dan versus Malfurion. I must protect the wild. Your soul shall be mine.
So this is against the Malygos Druid combo versus, again, my Handlock deck. And we're going to mulligan right now. I don't actually think mulligan that card is correct. We want to actually generate soul fragments, and I realize that now. So I don't think you mulligan any kind of soul fragment card. If it generates it, you should probably keep it in your hand, because that's going to create your value later in game. I really do like the day one. It's a little frustrating because I'm like, oh, all these decks are weird and they're doing things that I can't play. I don't know how to play around yet. So it's a little frustrating learning the new meta, or as the meta creates itself. But it's a lot of fun just to play new cards. So I play the tour guide there, tap. It's basically a Cold-Blooded Librarian, which is awesome. And he's going to play Innervate. And he's going to play Imprisoned Satyr. I cannot pronounce some of these minions' names. We're going to play our Spirit Jailer, who is probably my best friend in the deck right now. Actually, Tour might be. But we have Discounter Giants. We put some Soul Fragments in our deck. Never a bad thing. Now, at this point, I am still thinking that this is the Beast version that wants to do stupid things with Kel'Thas, which needs to be nerfed. I'm not going to rant about it, but it needs to be nerfed. And it is just going to run me out. So I'm like, okay, if I can just deal damage between Nether Breath and the 3 mana 3/4 that deals 3, I have 14 damage a burst. So if I get down to 14, we can just burst them down. Because they play a lot of taunts, they play a lot of big minions that are hard to get through. So I'm kind of hoping that that's the plan. Little do I know that he is a Malygos Druid. He's going to hit me for 1. It's a lot of hitting for 1 in this game right now. And he's actually going to buff his Imprisoned minion. So I'm thinking we could tap. We're just going to play Twilight Drake, get a bit of mana 4/9. That's never a bad card. I wonder if this deck eventually goes into the more taunty aspect and decides to run like Defender of Argus or Sun Fury Protector, because sometimes playing a 4 mana Drake doesn't always feel the best, but that's not what this video is about. He was able to Lightning Bloom into Overflow there, and he heals, and I can't quite get through it right now. So we're going to tap. We have Coin, Brittle Bone, so I think that's the plan here. But this is when I kind of realized I need to turn that switch on and just kind of sit down and play. But we are going to Brittle Bone. Another option there was just to play the 3 mana 3/4, which might have been the better play there. But Discounting Giants is not bad. And he's overloaded at 6. He's going to Overgrowth again, so he gets to 10 mana next turn. Man, growth and mana manipulating, that's so fun. It's so fun. I have a little bit of a eye roll when I play Druid now, if you can't tell. We're going to play a 5 mana 8/8. 5 mana 8/8s are pretty good. Hit him in the face for 7. Again, pretty good. So I think this turn he goes off. Yeah, so I'm sorry that my deck tracker is not working for this one, guys. I'm not quite sure what happened. but I will do a deck profile. You might be able to see in the Murloc video, part of the video, but I will definitely post a deck profile so you guys can see the deck. He's going to outstress me at 15. That's terrifying. He's going to Lightning Bloom again. He's going to play Forest Warden Omu. He's going to Iron Bark, so now his mana crystals are refreshed. He's going to play Malygos. This is wonderful. He's going to Moonfire my face, and I am down to 9. And that was the best top deck of my life. So we will Nether Breath. So what I'm thinking here, watch this. I'm going to Nether Breath the Malygos because I can trade into that pretty cleanly. I'm going to kill the Alexstrasza with its amazing top deck, trade into the Malygos, hit the Omu with the Drake, and go face for 3. My heart was pounding, and I am relieved. I think he kind of realizes he doesn't have a ton of outs now. He's going to swipe to kill the 8-4. I'm glad he did not swipe last turn. He's going to Wrath the 4-3, I believe. The Twilight Drake, yep. And he's going to go face. He's kind of out of options now. We are at 11. His combo's kind of done, so I'm not too worried. I'm just counting right now. We have 7 in hand and 6 on the board. He's just going to concede. So this game, you see me talking right now. I actually hit the hotkey when I was talking to someone who was spectating me. Mac the Rat. He was pretty cool. I just want to see some new decks. So I'll tell you what happened real quick while I'm typing this in. I was talking about a Betru deck I made last X pack. He played the 1/2 that gets the Tide Caller, I believe, that gets stronger every time you play a Murloc. I played Spirit Jailer, and then he played the 2/1 and the 1/1. Now my thought here is that next turn goes into Cold Light Seer or Cold Light Oracle, sorry. And I don't want to buff his minions because then I cannot Dark Skies, clearly. I'm not going to really worry about what Mac and I are talking about. We're just kind of shooting the shit a little bit, having a good time. And I'm kind of thinking what I'm typing real quick, so you can see me typing a little bit, but we'll get through it. I think I even send a message off to the wrong person. I don't know why my deck tracker isn't working. I must have had the wrong window open. So we're gonna play Tour Guide. The reason I'm showing this video, even though it's kind of cut off, and where I am talking to someone who's pretty relaxed, is just because this game shows how if you should really just play with some low health totem. So I have a 1/1. He's going to play Fish Flinger. And that 1/2 I end up playing. And he's going to make his Fish Flinger a 5/4. We're going to heal for 2 now because of Soul Fragments. We actually drew both of them back to back, which kind of sucks. And I'm just going to eat up that Fish Flinger. We really don't want him to have any minions on board, even though next turn everything kind of opens. You can see my friends list there a little bit. I think we're talking about a Gallocrown Warlock. I played a lot in Descent of Dragons, and it was really spicy. It had Chaos Gazer. He really liked playing it last expansion. So it's just good to talk to people. I had my spectate turned off for a while because it did make me a little anxious, but I turned it back on. And it's just nice to kind of have people come in and talk, and that was a scary, scary play. He has Divine Shield Murlocs, and I need to make sure they can kind of lose their Divine Shield. And I think I do a pretty good play here. I think it ends up being School Spirits, which will clear all the Divine Shields, and Nether Breath the 5/6, I think. I think I'm thinking through everything right now. Because I'm thinking I can play, I have no Soul Fragments, so it doesn't make much sense to play a 5/5. So yeah, we're going to School Spirits first. Maybe. This is the issue with doing it not in real time. I was like, oh, I have to kind of think about it a little differently. But we killed the 5/6, we trained the 2/1. He only has 1/1 Murlocs now, which is good for us. and we have Soul Fragments back in our deck, so we can play the Void Drinker finally. I'm just popping up to talk again to Mag Attack. And I'm telling him I'm probably going to play Drinker this turn. I hope he doesn't have Poison. And it doesn't matter because I drew Nether Wing. So we play that. We play the 1/2 Murloc. We're trying to burn him out of resources. And we just, like I said, we're going to have to be comfortable playing with some low health. And now I think he messages that back. And I think that... No, I talk to him. Never mind. I think I thought I messaged the wrong person at one point. But I do know that... I told him I'm afraid I don't have Poison, so I can play the Void Drinker. But I do know that they run at least one, because I played a little bit last expansion, and they run at least one for his hard removal. Now, this board is a little scary. And I think the play here is I'm going to trade the 1/2 and the 1/1. We're going to Soul Shear the 2/3. And then we're going to play the Void Drinker, which will be a 7/8 with Taunt. And my fears do come true here in a second. You'll see. He does have the Poison. I don't know why people... I know why people are playing aggro decks on day one. It is because they're playing against people who will probably be playing unrefined decks, and it's easy climbing. But I mean, come on, it's day one of the expansion. Don't just play this aggro. What are you doing? So luckily we actually got a Soul Shard there off the tap. So that doesn't quite matter because the tap activated Brittle Bone, but we're just going to play Netherwing anyways and get his board clear as best we can. So his board is pretty well taken care of. He has the True Silver and the Murgle McGurgle. He's going to face for 4. And we are low health. Like, the game could end very, very soon. So we do have to be careful of that. So you're going to see me make some value trades because I need to take care of his board. I'm happy the 3/4 is active. We're going to play a very small Abyssal Demon. Use the 3/4 on the 2/1 Murgle McGurgle. Hopefully he doesn't draw another one and clear his board. We just do not want him to have a board. I don't want him to buff anything. I don't want him to be able to surprise me out of nowhere. So he plays the Mermaid, 1/1 with Reborn. It's a sticky minion. Plays another 1/1. He activates hero power, so it's the Silver Hammer Recruit. We're just going to keep shuffling spell fragments into our deck. Going to tap first so we can activate Brittle Bone. Luckily we heal for 2. And that card, the Sociologist Militia, is a really good catch-up if we need it. So we're going to eat the 1/1 with the 3/4. It sounds so weird, but it makes it easier to get through and make sure he can't buff anything. Then we're going to go face for 12. We've run him out of resources pretty well. He does awaken the dormant minions, so that's something to worry about. Plays a Fish Flinger, but it isn't really going to matter when he gets off the Fish Flinger. So I will see you guys in the next one. Like, share, subscribe. I hope you're enjoying the expansion. See ya.